Buenos días, queridos estudiantes. ¿Cómo están? Vamos a comenzar la clase de español. The first thing we will do this morning is to review the verb tener, which means to have. This verb, tener, is used to express possession, such as, I have a red ball. It helps us to say our age. She is 11 years old, okay? With this verb, we determine our health. I have a cough. I have a headache. We use this verb to fulfill our obligations. For example, Tony has to do his homework. We have a quiz on Friday. This verb also helps us to express some of our basic needs, such as hunger, thirst, and how we feel the elements. Only some, not all of them, okay? So this is going to help us to say, I am cold, I am hot. Okay? It also helps us with our physical characteristics, such as Maria has long hair, or they have blue eyes or black eyes. Look at the sentence. Lorena, this is another example. Lorena has freckles, etc. Now, as I said in the beginning, we're going to review the verb tener. And I know that we already started doing that. So, let's get right to it. You already know that tener is an irregular verb, right? So, forgive me for having 4x3 grid. You know that it's better to have 2x3. And the first step that we're going to do, we set up our single pronouns. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted. Now, you learned in the regular verbs, we have to chop off the ending of the verb. But because this one is irregular, I conjugated the verb with its irregularities. You can see them in red, okay? So, yo tengo, tú tienes, él, ella, usted tiene, nosotros tenemos, vosotros tenéis, ellos, ellas y ustedes tienen. We know this already, okay? Now, what we're going to do, you're going to look at the images and write a sentence using the verb tener. You can choose the pronoun of your choice, but make sure that it matches with the image. Okay, let's do a couple of examples. The first one. Ellos tienen una casa nueva. This indicates possession. They have a new house. Second example is also about possession. Ellos tienen una pelota roja. Now, I'm going to scroll down to the vocabulary that will help you write the sentence for each of the images you see. Okay? So I decided to make it into a list and number each vocabulary usage. Okay? So here we have vocabulario. Número 1. Ojos negros. That means black eyes. Now, you need to remember that you're gonna say, for instance, okay? You can give him a name or you can use a pronoun. I think for now, it will be easier for you to use a pronoun. This happens to be a boy and is singular. So, we're not going to say ella. You can use yo. Definitely you can use yo. But that will represent yourself, which is okay for our purposes. O él. You can use yo or él. Okay? So we're going to say, él tiene ojos negros. Vocabulario número 2. Tener que leer un libro. Have to read a book. Okay? If you see, I put the verb and the infinitive because you need to conjugate it as you go along. Okay? Tener pecas. That means to have freckles. Tener que hacer la tarea. This indicates obligation. Have to do homework. The previous one, tener pecas, is a characteristic on a person. Okay? Number 5. Tener pelo largo. To have long hair. Number 6. Tener muchos juguetes. To have many toys. 7. Tener calor. To be hot. 8. Tener frío. To be cold. And this is about elements that inflict us. 9. Tener hambre. To be hungry. This is a basic physiological need. This is repeated, I'm sorry, okay? So let's get rid of that. Okay. No wonder. Okay. So, the last one is going to be tener muchos años. And that would mean to be elderly. Okay? This indicates the age. It doesn't specifically give us a number of years. However, the word muchos would mean many, right? You know that. I think we know that. So now you have 10. Then you 10 vocabulary elements or things that you need in order to answer each question or respond, make a sentence for each image. Let's go back to the first example. This is possession. Ellos tienen una casa nueva. They have a new home, a new house. Ustedes tienen una pelota roja. You, plural, because there's 1 and 2 people that I see. You have a red ball. Now, please do not write tener hambre. No, you need to look at the picture. What do you see? You can choose any plural pronoun because I see that there is more than one person. Okay? So you can use nosotros, vosotros, ellos, o ustedes. Okay? And then you need to conjugate the verb. The same with the next one. Don't write tener muchos años because that will not work. At the bottom is vocabulary. I put the verb not in the infinitive. That means not conjugated on purpose because you need to match it with the image. Okay? So here you have, I see more than one person, the same with the example, the image above. Okay, you can use ellos, you can use ustedes, or you can use vosotros. Look at the image number 3 is also plural because it's more than one person. Now, image number 4. This indicates to me, because our eyes in an image will give us a lot of hints of what's happening. But why do you think he's in front of a fan? If you said because he's hot, you are right. So you're gonna say, look at it. I see only one person, so you can use any singular pronoun. Write the conjugated verb that belongs to such individual or singular pronoun, and then what you see. He is hot, obviously, right? Oh, look at this beautiful girl. Okay, I see feminine, right? I see singular. So I can only use one pronoun. Okay, you're going to find it. She happens to have long hair. Okay, you have all the vocabulary at the bottom. Okay, now number 6. I see 2 children. I see many toys. This is again possession. The previous image was a physical characteristic of this beautiful young lady. Here, there is possession, okay? Physical characteristic, okay? This beautiful young lady has freckles. You see the arrow pointing at them? So again, you can use only one singular pronoun. I see only one, okay? Next one. This kiddo has to do his homework. I see only one person. I see masculine. Okay? You need to use a singular masculine pronoun, conjugate the verb appropriately, and tener que. In this instance, when there's an obligation, you're going to have to conjugate the verb like in number 4 right here. Tener que. Tener que, because this is an obligation. Hacer la tarea. Have to do homework. So remember, you need to add tener conjugated, que. Hacer la tarea. Okay? Let's go back up. Our next image. These children need to read. So I see plural, more than one child. So you need to choose any plural pronoun. Put a verb conjugated and add the word que, and then the action that they're doing. Physical characteristic. Number 10. I see a young boy, and I see the eyes. This is we can do two things. You can use pelo. You can use its eyes, his eyes, or you can use both. You can say, and because it's only singular, and I'm thinking it's a boy, so I'm gonna say, él tiene pelo y. Remember, the E is written as the letter Y, which means and. Él tiene pelo y ojos negros. All right? Now, I'm going to sign off, and I hope to see your answers. Okay? Use the remaining time to work on it. If you have any questions, please send me a message. I miss you so much. So very much. Okay? See you soon, I hope.